The Astronaut.
Walker to base. Do you copy?
There was only silence from the other end. Looks like this was going to be harder than I thought. I turned back to the ship. Flames licked the dusty brown sky. The body of the Loki 7 was twisted and mangled. Whatever had caused it to suddenly veer off course and plummet to the ground, I'd never be able to check the ship's log to find out now. But the Loki 7 had served its purpose in getting me here. Now, I had to serve my own. I hoisted the pack I'd managed to pull from the wreckage over my shoulder. It contained a few essentials: a small canteen of water, 2 protein bars that were, unfortunately, oatmeal and raisin flavoured, a radio that would have been helpful if I could get a signal, a standard issue weapon, and a small first aid kit, and other not-so-essentials, a Sony Walkman with Avril Lavigne's Let Go album still inside, the scuff marks and light scratches showing its age. I set off towards the mountains, towards where I hoped I would find the outpost. The planet was hotter than I'd imagined. I'd trained on a soundstage in an undisclosed location. It was so secret, I didn't even know what country I'd been in, let alone what town. Wherever it was, they'd been able to control the temperature in there, but it was nothing compared to the power of 2 bright new suns beating down on you. I stopped by a group of rocks, beaten by the wind into a curved wave-like formation. I sat down in the shade and drank from my canteen as Avril belted out Losing Grip into my ears. A strange feeling passed over me, like I wasn't alone. I put Avril on pause and leaned back against the rock, closing my eyes. A breeze whipped past, sending scalding specks of sand across my face. I heard a crunch nearby, followed by another. I opened my left eye ever so slightly and saw a dark figure, roughly the same height and build as me. They took another crunching step forward. I leapt to my feet, brandishing my weapon from under my pack. But there was no one there. Had the 2 suns already fried my brain? Was I, just like Avril, losing my grip? Or had someone really been there? The someone that took down my ship. The someone that was now coming for me. I had no time to waste. I had to get to the outpost. I pushed on across the desert, making it through Avril's album almost 4 times, and things were about to get so complicated. The good news was the outpost wasn't too far away. The bad news? It was 100 meters up a vertical cliff. As the second sun set, it cast a dusty pink and orange glow that lit up the cliff face. I would have liked to stop to appreciate it, but instead I found a foothold and started to climb. The jagged rocks cut into my hands like barbed wire. Sweat trickled down the back of my spine. I reached my foot out to step on what I thought was solid rock. I leaned too far forward and the rock crumpled to dust. I slipped and hung from the side of the mountain, clinging to the cliff face with 4 fingers. But my problems didn't end there. The figure was back, and he was climbing up the cliff, headed straight towards me. I looked down to my left and found a small ledge about 2 meters away. I could feel the rock I had a hold of starting to crumble from my weight. I had to go for it. I swung my legs back and forth, really putting my hips into every swing, and flung my body towards the ledge. I slid across it, pushing my knees into the ground to stop. They were grazed and bleeding, but somehow I'd made it. The figure was getting closer. I could see the top of his head. His close-cropped brown hair had a white patch right on the crown, the exact spot that I had a white patch of hair. I was losing focus again. I pulled my weapon from my bag and fired it at him. He cried out. I'd grazed his ear, but he kept coming. I fired at him again as he looked up at me. His face was so familiar, like someone I knew years ago. I got him in the arm this time. He cried out and lost his grip. He struggled to get another hold but couldn't grasp with his hand. The weakened rocks beneath him gave way, and he fell to the dusty planet below. I pulled myself up over the edge of the cliff and crawled to my feet. The outpost was twinkling in the darkness. I walked up to the front door and reached out to knock, but before I could, the door swung open. "You're not supposed to be here." A man with my face pulled a weapon and fired it at my head.
Walker to base, do you copy? We copy, Captain Walker. What's your status? The rogue has been eliminated. Hell of a shame. He was damn good looking. Terrible taste in music, though. Roger that, Captain. The systems have been patched. We should have no further issues. Hey, it's not the first time I've died.